Know your rights. Know your rights. Whether you wake up thinking there's no justice, no one to turn to, lonely roads, mountains of complaints. It's a fight to survive. You got to know your rights. Woo. Yes, you got to know your
Welcome to Inside the OUR, a 5-minute program that examines the issues before the Office of Utilities Regulation and brings you face to face with the people handling those issues. I am your host, David Geddes.
Yes, you got to know your rights. Hey! Daily living is a struggle, high bills, equipment damage. Sometimes you wonder if you have the right.
We're coming to you today from Port Antonio, Portland, where we have been visiting courtesy of an invitation from the Salvation Army right here on West Baptist Avenue. Again, I must tell you all that it is a pleasure to be here at the Salvation Army in Port Antonio, Portland. Many thanks to the administrators of the Salvation Army for the foresight and to invite us to present to you this evening. We have been here before, and each time that we come, we appreciate the hospitality, and we always find the engagement very active and very productive. Your questions stimulate us, and we are here to answer your questions. Sir, you had a question.
My question is, why the reconnection of both Water Commission or GBS, the consumers have to pay a high amount of money for reconnection? I want to do that.
There are a couple of reasons for that. The office, meaning now the Director General, the Deputy Directors General, who comprise the statutory arm of the Office of Utilities Regulation, in their wisdom, have set a system that is basically designed to ensure that the company is not supposed to make money on reconnection fees or to lose money on it. It's supposed to be basically just the cost of it. So therefore, what happens is that is the cost to the company, as far as we can ascertain, of getting somebody to go out, disconnect it, getting somebody to go back and reconnect it. So two things you're talking about now. Talking about the trip to disconnect, and you're talking about the trip to reconnect. The cost of that is basically embedded in that figure. Obviously, also the fact is that I would imagine it serves as a deterrent also to a certain extent for persons to try not to get disconnected. You know, because it's a disruption for you, the consumer, and it's a disruption to the utility company also, because the utility company is losing revenue when you are not using their product. And the fact is that it creates a problem for them also in terms of, is this person credit worthy? Because I will tell you that we haven't touched on telecommunications much, but let me tell you that in the case of telecommunications, like cable and wireless, if you know how many customers applied, this is before the home phone now, the prepaid phone, applied for landlines, got this landline, fixed line, use the telephone, chat away, call foreign, call local, call cell number, all over, and chat and chat and chat. And when the bill comes, maybe the first month they pay, the second month they say, boy, this is too high. It better I just use a mobile phone. And them say, okay, make cable and wireless, disconnect it. I mean, sure, I not bother use it. And them forget about that money. Them just say, boy, that $6,000, I mean, I'm not paying it. They can't take back the phone. The company has to absorb that cost. So therefore, now that company loses that money. So a lot of times, too, you need security deposits. And a lot of people have complained to us, why is it you need to pay security deposit, particularly in case of JPS? Why is it so high? Fact is, or why do they disconnect? when I have a security deposit. The security deposit is like when you rent a place, you know, and you give 1 month's rent. You don't, in the course of living there, live out that 1 month rent, you know, because things hard that month. And then, you know, this landlord don't have any deposit. But by and large, it is a cushion against when it comes time for termination of service. When you, the customer, decide that, boy, you no longer want the service or you can't afford the service, it cushions the utility company against it. You get interest on the deposit, I'll tell you, though. But I can tell you that in the case of Cable and Wireless, they have lost tremendous amount of money because persons just say, okay, I'm going to now I'm not using the landline again. I'm going to use the mobile, you know. You know, one Digicel, one mobile, one my phone, one Digicel, Cable and Wireless, my phone, everything. And that's the end of it. They forget about the debt that they had there. But the company has to pay for it. And the customers who remain in some manner or form pay for it also in either higher prices or, you know, some other way.
Come to OUR.
You have been watching Inside the OUR, a program that looks at the issues before the Office of Utilities Regulation.
If you've been to a utility company and are dissatisfied with the outcome of their investigation, file an appeal with OUR. File a complaint from available post office island-wide or call toll-free 1-888-CALL-OUR. Regulation for all consumer, country and company, no hugs, no partiality. Everybody has rights, so you got to know your rights. I'll be just a lot. So you got to know your rights. So you got to know your rights. So you got to know your rights.